Hi everybody, welcome to another one of my craft videos. In this video we're going to be covering some more easy laminates with multimedia items. I do have some laminated beads that I've made, which are all my design and my idea, and I do have some earrings and some anklets, and we also have some stretch bracelets and some finished jewelry. I want you to enjoy the video.
These are multimedia pieces. They are put together with different types of beads and crystals and metallic parts. They're laminated, either cardboard and glazed with the easy glazes. I'm pretty sure I used diamond glaze on most of these. This is pretty neat. This is actually a picture of space, and I thought it looked good on the heart, and I put some scrapbooking paper on the back of that. First I put a little piece of metal to serve as a jump ring, so I can attach it to a necklace. These are tags. This one's cardboard and has a little skull and some metal work and a little heart down here. This one's kind of steampunky. It's got a little heart piece of jewelry that I guess fell apart, and some clock parts, and a little metal piece that I made, some other little scrap beads, and on the back there's laminated little clock piece, so if it turns around when you're wearing it, there's still something interesting on the back. This has a little skull, and that's a molded piece, probably from scrapbooking parts, and it has some scrapbooking paper with laminated on the back of that. This is an Eric Sung inspired tag, and it has Arik on the front and a close-up of him on some metal, and of course all of that's on cardboard with some lamination on it over diamond glaze, several coats. And here's some multimedia pieces, one with a little picture of Brent in it, some chain, and you know, that's painted and glazed, and a little shell bead on that with a little heart down here. Here's a little tiny picture of Data, and I think that's his 1940s get-up, and some little metal pieces on that. Here's some little Star Trek necklaces that got like scribbly painting that kind of reminds me of space, and some sparkly painting over that. These are little cardboard pieces, and on the back I've got stamped Star Trek. And I hope if I ever get to go to another convention, I'll be able to wear those. Here's some miscellaneous parts that I put together. Here's something that is just an art card. It's a piece of wood that I put black gesso on and put some laminated, and then there's some stamping. There's an altered picture from the internet that I altered in Photoshop, and a little stamped out piece of metal, and I put all that on there and put some lamination over it. Here's a little bliss bead I made out of metal, and some stamped scrap paper with some stamping on it. Laminated that and added a little finding so I could hang that as a little charm. Here's another charm I'm proud of. It came out quite well. It's a little piece of wood with some Swarovski crystals on it and a little shell cabochon on that, and that's all laminated front and back. Here's a piece of kind of wild sculpture with wire and beads, and that's just on a frame, a jewelry frame. And here are some little feather hair doodle type things that you can clip into your hair, and those are made with wood beads and some feathers and some crimp beads, and all that is strung on some leather cord, and then the feather beads, or the feathers, are glued into the wood beads on the bottom. This is something I'm especially proud of, are my Brent beads. These are just created using a little round acrylic bead, and I took the acrylic bead and I fashioned some cut-out Brent pictures and other pictures. There's one of me and Brent. This one got kind of bumped, and I'm redoing that one. But I took pictures, you know, I get off the internet, some of them that I actually drew. Some of them are my drawings of Brent. There's one from Fresh Hell, his new web series. Some of them are his characters. There's lore. And glued them to the acrylic beads and put on several coats. First I treated the pictures with diamond glaze front and back. Then I glued them to the acrylic beads and then coated them again with several coats of the diamond glaze front and back. And then I also coated the sides of the beads to keep with the shiny theme, and created several of them. They do have pictures on both the front and back, and I'm going to create a nice necklace with all these little Brent themed beads. Something I finished, I actually keep those little Brent beads in, is a little box that I got a picture of Brent on the top. That's all laminated. That was a cardboard box, and I put black gesso, which of course we know is our friend, some sparkly beading, some sparkly painting on it, and a lot of coats. I probably used a combination of just regular lacquer, paint lacquer, and diamond glaze for the top of that. And like I said, it actually serves its purpose, holding those little beads until I make that necklace. Here's some earrings that I made. These are some dangly skull earrings. They are dangled off of chain. And there's some little skulls which have some longer black dangles on them. Here are some wrapped wire earrings, and those have a triangular shape, and they have different colors of wrapped wire around them in different thicknesses. And here's some chandelier earrings, and those have some tiger eye stones and Swarovski crystals of different colors, made with paddle pins and jump rings, so those dangle quite nicely. Those look really cute on. And finally, some little skulls which I molded out of polymer clay, and I don't know if you can see, but in their eyes I got Swarovski crystals, and those catch the light quite nicely. And those are little pierced earrings, and they're shined up polymer clay. Here's just some fun anklets. I love wearing anklets in the summer, and since I live in such a nice climate, I can almost wear them year-round. Here's some with some medium-sized beads, and here's some with some colorful beads. These are just made on 1mm stretch elastic. Those are real easy to string, and then I usually put a crimp bead in them and then string those little danglies. These are made on wire and has some shells and some Swarovski crystals on some of those. That one's gray, black, and that one's shades of brown with some turquoise in it. And here's just a key ring that I made with some macrame and some dangly beads and some bells at the end. There's quite a few bracelets I've made with some elastic thread in here. This one has cats. I got elephants. I got quite a few down here with different colored skull beads. This one has wood. I thread all of them on, or most of these except for this one, has been threaded on the 1 millimeter elastic thread, and I use the largest crimp bead I can find, and then I thread both ends of the elastic through the crimp bead and crimp it. And you can either leave the tail on, like you see on this one, and then thread some beads on so you got a little dangly tail, which looks really cute, or you can cut it off and don't have a tail like I have on that wood one there, or on the skull one. And those whip up pretty quickly. You can use really small beads. There's a size 6 seed bead, and just every little ways I put a different colored bead in there. I think that's a little square size 8, and it just variates the color of the bracelet. There's a size 8 seed bead. Here's some more with some glass, and here's some with some crystals. You can use different types of beads. You just have to use something with a little bit larger hole, but those whip up pretty quickly, and I really enjoy making those.
Here's a finished lore necklace. I finished the bead embroidery component, which has got my Photoshop lore design on it, and it's finished on the back. It has ultra suede on the back, and that's all bead embroidered around the outside, and I strung it on some wire with some seed beads and some square beads, the same square beads that are around, beaded embroidered around the main focal point, and that's my lore necklace. Here's something that I had laying around for a while, and I didn't finish it in a necklace until just recently. It's a polymer clay face, kind of looks like a sun face, and I've got beaded embroidery around the outside of that. Of course, it's all embroidered on lacy stiff stuff, and then on ultra suede, and I've got ultra suede on the back to finish it, and it has some lapis lazuli in it, and it has some dangles down here. I don't know if you can see the dangles against that black background. And also on it I've got some beaded beads on either side, and I really like that finished necklace. It came out really, really nice. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Of course, I'm going to have some more in a short period of time. We'll be covering more multimedia stuff. I'm probably going to be experimenting with more items. There's going to be different types of jewelry. I'll be expanding my line. I also have, and I've been working on some fresh hell items. You can tell by the poster behind me that I'm trying to promote Brent Spiner's new video series, Fresh Hell. So I've been making some craft items with that. And of course we'll have some finished jewelry. I want to thank you all for watching, and as always, take care.